Hey guys, thanks for checking out another video. A few days back we were talking about UFC Fight Night 29 and we were giving the prelim predictions. So let's do the main card right now as I had promised. And there's 6 main card fights, so you're going to get to see some good action. A lot of named guys on here as well. So we start off with Raphael, Assunção, 20-4, taking on Dillashaw, 8-1. Raphael comes in sporting 4 wins in a row in the UFC. He's 4-1 overall. And his most recent victory was over Von Lee. Okay, Dillashaw, also 4-fight win streak, also 4-1 in his career in the UFC, 8-1 overall. Now this fight was supposed to go down at UFC Fight Night 28 back in September. But Raphael had to put the fight on hold. They delayed it because he got an injury. And my question is, how long was he out of camp? You know, how long was he nursing this injury for very long? Will that affect this fight? And I think it will. So I'm going to bet my money on Dillashaw. Okay, Palhares, 14-5 versus Mike Pierce, 17-5. Palhares was looking like a beast coming into the UFC. 7-2. Since then, he's lost 2 fights in a row, losing in the first round both times by TKO. Then you got Pierce. This guy is good. This is a solid pro. He's 8-2. Both those losses in the last 10 were losses via split decision, which means those fights could have gone his way. And if they did, he'd probably be fighting for a belt right now or defending a belt. Mike Pierce is a really good fighter, and I'm going to go with him in this spot. So Mike Pierce for the win. Meanwhile, Palhares, if he loses this fight, that may be curtains, guys. 3 losses in a row, especially if he gets finished. So Palhares' back's against the wall. We'll see what happens. He might come out fighting hard. Okay, Fabio, Maldonado, 19-6 versus one of my favorites, Beltran, 14-8-1. So Maldonado comes in with a 19-6 MMA record. He's 2-3 in the octagon, and he recently got off a 3-fight losing streak, beating Roger Hollett. Meanwhile, Beltran is coming off a suspension for drugs. His last win in the UFC was overturned due to those drugs, and Beltran's just a tough dude. You know, I like him here. Maldonado's last win was against weaker competition, so my pick here is Beltran. Okay, this is one of the bigger fights on the card. Thiago Silva, 15-3, taking on Matt Hamill, 10-4. And Thiago Silva is coming off that knockout of the night back in June. It seems like he has been on this win one, lose one for quite a while here. But I think he's going to get back on the winning track here, guys. You know, if you look at his losses over the last 3 or 4 years, the only guys he's lost to are Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, and Alexander Gustafsson. Not bad names. If you're going to lose to people, those might be the guys you want to lose to, right? So he's doing very well for himself. Meanwhile, Matt Hamill had that retirement. He took about a year off or so, and he's come back. And his last win was over a year ago, and that was against Roger Hollett. Okay, this should be the old battle of the wrestler versus the stand-up guy. But don't forget, Thiago Silva has black belt jiu-jitsu, and I think he's going to be able to keep this one on the feet. And I see a first-round stoppage. I think he's going to knock Matt Hamill the fuck out. Watch out for this one. This is going to be good. Okay, guys, moving on up. Co-main event time. Okay, man, co-main event. Erick Silva, 15-3. 1 no contest. Dong Hum Kim, 17-2-1. And Erick Silva is only 3-2 in the UFC. His last fight was a submission victory of the first round against Jason Hyun. And a lot of people think Erick Silva is going to be the real deal. Meanwhile, Dong Hum Kim is 8-2-1 in the UFC, 17-2-1 overall. He has beat a lot of top guys. We're talking Matt Brown, TJ Grant, Nate Diaz, with his only losses in the UFC coming to Carlos Condit and Demian Maia. Wow. Erick Silva minus 277, Dong Hum Kim plus 190. And I gotta be honest, I was going to go with Erick Silva here. But looking at Kim's record and looking about who's beat him and who he's beat, wow, it's going to make me decide to go with the underdog here. I'm going to play Dong Hum Kim at plus 190 to get the victory. Okay, and here's the main event, guys. Demian Maia, 18-4, versus Jake Shields, 28-6-1. Demian Maia is 12-4 in his UFC career, 18-4 overall, and his most recent wins were over Rick Story and John Fitch. Jake, meanwhile, is coming off that split decision win over Tyrone Woodley, and that was back at UFC 161 in June. He only has a 3-2-1 career record in the UFC. That's 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest. That's the fight where he was fighting, Ed Herman. And he beat Ed Herman, but he got nailed for the drugs, and that was turned to the no contest. The betting odds in this one, we got Demian at minus 277. Jake is the big underdog at plus 190. So if you want to make $100 on Demian, you got to lay down 277. And I just see this being a battle of jiu-jitsu. These guys are going to roll around and do their thing. And I think the better jiu-jitsu player here is Demian. I think Damian's the better fighter overall, and I see him getting the win. So thanks for checking out my video, guys. We're going to be doing more prediction videos, and we're going to have a lot of interviews with these guys in the next few days on the YouTube channel. So check it out.